beautiful map. Kostritsa, one of my favorites. Really reminds me of Normandy 44 in its playstyle. Yeah, has some forests over here. Has some nice little bushes to cut through here. Nasty town fights as well can ensue over here. Up here in the north, this bush always open, but some open terrain around as well. And then this open ground also allows for some ISU play, for example. So will be interesting. Will be interesting. Prediction is going on right now. Bets are on. So, yeah. So here we go. Here we go. Should be hot. Should be hot. Left side or right side? Who will be where? Should be quite interesting. Should be quite interesting. I don't know why they do it. They might have pulled up some photos or so. And I think they just do it for the 80s flavor. There, Vampiro. Like, they want to make a cool game with some unique looking units. If every single soldier looks like the guy next to him, kind of boring. So that's why some of the paintings and so on are also Afghanistan paintings and Afghanistan clothing on the Soviet side as well. With Spetsnaz wearing sneakers, which they did a lot in Afghanistan. Not quite sure if they did it in the other parts of the world as well. As we have Onord on the left here. And khers on the right. And side up has begun now. Peter S. getting set up for Onord at first thing first. When will we see the smoke off map? Big question here. T26Bs in the south. Could be hot. 37mm as well. MGs in the north. And here we go. Can khers bring it back with the Vanguard play? I kind of hope so, but I also cheer for my VDVs. So, yeah, I first thought I had to be one-sided here, favoring one side. But now that we have Vanguard versus the third VDV matchup, actually I'm really in the split between these two again. And I want to see both sides win, but that obviously can't happen. We have to have a winner here in this game too. And it could be either side. I think Onord has a strong division here. Third VDV is a good one for this map, but I feel like khers has a nice idea of how to play his division as well. There's some funky stuff down here. The double flamers, your carries, 5 T26s already, and a T38 M2 recon tank. Okay. Okay, I mean, at least the DT got buffed. So, all of these tanks now have a bit better MGs, but you don't see these too often. You really don't see these too often. Latties will try to get at least some ground secure. PTRS really nasty. One issue of the finish is they have slow trucks. 75 kmh. It's not super slow, but it's slower. And they have few motorbikes. They have some BMWs, but only a couple of units can come in there. The double snipers can, but really not that many. So the extra speed of the VWA is really strong. And we will see. We will see. Yeah, I think we have seen him winning some playoff matches last year. Oh, no, last year. It was this year, but last season. With the Panzeri Division as well. And he's for sure strong with them. He's for sure strong. And he's for sure also strong with Vanguard. Question is he strong enough? As his opponent also knows the third VDV pretty well. We haven't gotten the smoke off map deployment, so I would expect it in B phase. And then you get 2 cards of them, and that's 12 smoke off maps. So that could be nasty. We also will see a lot of tank grenades here. A lot of Dejan Nikis. The last time we saw third VDV, I think it was with Gonzo. And I think we didn't saw any VDVs in Dejan Nikis in A phase at all. But I feel like Dejan Nikis for 15 points as your best are basically your best cheap CQC infantry in the game. And especially if you can smoke for them, they're quite amazing. 8 MGs, 8 PPSHs nonetheless, for 15 points is quite nice. Well, yeah. Against TNT, you want to have them together with Stormovikis, and then they delete the TNT before it stops moving again. No, obviously, yeah. Against some TNT, it's not that easy. But, okay, Vigivort PTR, interesting choice here as well. So a lot of PTRs coming around. I guess, yeah, he predicts the T26 masses coming his way. T28 in the north has 3 DTs, so the unit that got buffed the most out of all tanks with the DT buff. So let's see how dangerous they can be now with these around. Meanwhile, he carries and Cavalries in the center. Some Taka and Puya as well. And the action is on. Who will take game number 2? Can Onord finish the job here? Make it another Onord versus Gonzo finals? Or has khers something to say about that? Double Flamers for the position up here. Double Flamers on the other side, slightly stronger. Slightly more units in them. These are 8-man, these are 5-man squadrons. But they're also a bit cheaper, the 5-man squadrons. So there's that as well. And I think they use Suomis as well, so they have decent firepower next to the two flamethrowers as well. Taka and Puya will get out over here. Not get any shots off onto the OB. Now slowly moving forward. The carries coming in here as well. PTRS trying to move through here. Oh, that could be nasty. That doesn't get spotted. No units going there. Ooh, PTRS could also get a snipe onto the Lati. Ooh, gets the snipe onto the Lati. These units need to unload instantaneously. Yeah, you don't want to lose more units to that PTRS. And these PTRS sneaking by could be devastating. Could be devastating. Lati and your carry coming around for the southern push. Vigivort PTR on the other side. Infantry has unloaded. 12-12. P2 flying above. 40mm AA coming in. But yeah, that is some nastiness there. Good old recon plane. No push in the north from khers. khers focusing on the south. T26s now have been spotted. 3 double flamers, 3 air carries, 1 leader. Versus 2 double flamers and 3 CQC Dejan Nikis. PTRS coming in the rear now. 40mm gets unloaded over here. Ilu out as well, but there's a 37mm in the rear. So P2 should be able to get safely out of here. Returns home. Ilu should turn back. 40mm shouldn't be able to see the PTRS. But at least might be able to finish it off afterwards. But yeah, moving around here for Onord. Another 40mm AA coming up. Should at least get out, but Ilu goes down. 37mm with 1-star veterancy. Being brutal. How do the forest fights go? 3 double flamers, 3 air carries. Most likely should win this, but it's a lot of firepower on both sides. Dejan Nikis go down. Dejan Vedvedka pushing forward. Dejan Nikis. Oh, both sides, and it seems like Onord is slightly winning. Slightly more manpower. Winning the double flamer fights. So, this Stormoviki rocks over here under heavy fire. Your carries. Get the Stormoviki rocks here to surrender. This one dies as well, and in the end, one carry and one leader on the side of khers survive. So my prediction wasn't wrong, but it was slightly closer than I expected. And a lot of massacre on both sides for sure. I'm not quite sure if this was... I think it was cost effective for khers, but heavy casualties there for sure. Nostovakis with their Molotovs getting in here. PTRS have to move. Can't quite shoot yet. Get hit up by the T-26s. T-26s might be able to move forward. Yavaris and Kavaris coming in from over here. PTRS though now slaughtering here. Forcing a lot of unloads. These units shouldn't unload. You shouldn't unload. You should have kept them in transport. Hunt down with these. A bit of an overreaction there, khers, unloading them all at once. These were not in danger just yet. They should have waited for these to get the kill, then move on in their transport. PTRS here will die. PTRS over here waits for a better opportune moment, it seems. Dejan gets the surrender. And the first 120mm radio mortar is online. T-26s also on the push on the south. Dejan Vigivat tries to stop them. Got one killed. Seems like. Yes, one is burning. But gets pushed down afterwards. And the T-26s are pushing around. PTRS tries to disengage. Nostovaki hunting down. Yeah, you should try to hunt in this direction. Expecting this move. This is really bad for khers. And yeah, playing on maps like this against Onord always risky. He's always really good with these nasty behind the lines actions. M32/33 hitting around over here. Will be forced to fall back. The carry over here. Also getting killed off, most likely. Whilst the Stormy over here is getting some shots off. Sniperi on the fire. 13-11 for khers. As he gets the flag here. But the 120mm mortar is doing some nice damage. Lost radar here though now, I think. Taka and Puya with the double sniper can kill off the OB-25. OB-25 gets one of them, but gets killed off afterwards. Yeah, carry pushed back by the sniper and the OB-25 over here. More infantry coming in over here. PTRS will come around. Will most likely get more kills eventually. But the next couple of reinforcements get through for the Vanguard khers. As we are 6 minutes in. Dejan still in a good spot here. Nostovakis still have Molotovs, but not much else to follow it up afterwards. Nostovakis over here, rolling forward. Some will move into the town to help out. Together with the carries. T-26 over here got killed. But there was also a kill on the enemy Valentine. And actually, T-26s, if you trade them 3-1 versus the Valentine, you still are up 10 points. All the three T-26s went down, but one Valentine is still a worthwhile kill. That's the power of the T-26. You have a lot of them, and they're cheap as dirt. More T-26s coming out around here. Stormy moving forward. 13-11 for khers does continue. Another Stormy coming in. They are slightly up-armored Stuks 3s. With the same price as a Stuk. So not extra price compared to the Stuk 4. They are cheaper. Have 5 extra frontal armor. And I think 10 extra side armor. As the Finnish did put some extra armor on plates on them. And put the wooden locks on the side for some extra armor there as well. And also to be used for crossing small rivers and stuff like that, if need be. Dejan over here, moving to the side. Nostovaki moving on to it. Another big plop of CQC from Onord though is starting to clear this forest again. Ognomachiki, Stomoviki Rocks, and one Dejan putting in some damage. And two 120mm mortars now firing around the map as well. One is trying to block this push into the town of khers. T-26 is still rolling in. The Janikis on the fire. But they got a good amount of damage onto the Nostovakis as well. Stormy trying to aim up on them. Will get a bit of MG fire into them. We'll get an HE round on the top of them as well. But the 120mm mortar is nasty. Keeps this push down. And the PTRS is starting to get in position again. There was a bit of micro there, it seems like. Nostovecki and Yakari still caught in the rear. PTRS over here not coming in yet. Nostovecki over here. Most likely won't get the kill onto this S2. That would be a really lucky shot. If the pretty bad MG of these would be able to get this S2 truck killed. Mortar though continues firing here for Onord with radio precision. And the flamethrower squadrons running through the forest here are pretty scary. More T-26s coming in. PTRS is now in position again. But T-26s actually might be a decent unit to stop this if they can find what shoots them. One might go down, but actually losing a T-26 kind of hurts less than losing an infantry unit, as they're cheaper or the same price as them. And more tanks are rolling in here. So a lot of tank cards in A phase for khers, including the ISU, that only can come in A phase. So it makes sense that it is out now. Stormy in an engagement with Valentine. Can it get the kill? It does. That's good. That's really good. Valentine really good against the T-26s on the long range. Can also be nasty for other tanks. But the Stuck is relatively good against it, especially with the extra 5 frontal armor. It's relatively sturdy and relatively low penetration chances there. P2 flying in, 240mm. Will do push it back quite quickly. PTRS not getting any shots in there. Nostovekis and Ikaris once more on the hunt. PTRS in the north also now moving in. First bomber coming in. Off map, AA is down in the south. Meanwhile on the other side though, IL-2 37s. Ooh, that could be nasty. The 40mm hitting on the first. Okay, the first one won't get any shots off. I think the second one is a bit too far behind. So it most likely will get stopped as well. Will it get a single shot off? I think it got no shots off. And that's really good. Those PT-42s also great for the middle. Cis 2-gun goes down in the north. Can khers do the push through the center here? The extra 2000 meter range here is something that is a leg up over 3rd VDV. 3rd VDV still really great in this fights around here. Has a good anti-tank tap as well. But in the open, you are the boss here with an ISU, with the BT-42s, with T-3485s, with Stucks. You have the bigger armor there. Cis 2-gun goes down to the T-26s. T-26s in the infight, especially now with the buff DT, actually kind of scary again when they outnumber you. Pushing this down, and khers is on the 59 you want to be in as Vanguard at this stage of the game. PTRS is still a nuisance. Off-map plane now coming in though to pressure this town even further, and it's looking really rough here in the center for Onord. Onord still strong in the south. Good play here after losing the first engagement there. PTRS is nasty, nasty, nasty. Got 2 more kills here, but can khers push on? Is the units that he have on the map already too much here? There's so many units. Controlling this road is really bad. There's a Niki DT going down. 2 Katyushas coming in to counter it. Mortars out of ammo. Can't help out with this push. And yes, the PTRS do a lot of damage. But the carries also on the hunt now. And this off-map might break the town for khers. It looks pretty good. T-34 already falls before that. And the T-26s here push deeper and deeper. Obviously, Onord now gets a lot of points. He is now the one with the advantage. 45 points up per tick. But khers already has a lot of presence in the board here. Got at the end of A phase what he wanted to get to with a Vanguard deck. Yakari's now coming in here. PTRS had to disengage from this Yakari. So reinforcements will reach the front line now. 6 Yakaris coming in. And 6 Yakaris in the center could be an absolute game changer. T-26 is here also in a nasty spot. Dejaniki has to be careful. Would get killed if it goes as far as it can here. T-26 is now trying to move around. Dejaniki. Well, if it can unload on top of the T-26s, it will kill them with the anti-tank grenade, I guess. And T26 not quite in the spot to spot them. But if it just passes by, it will die here. Oh. And it just passes by. But it will get unloaded by the cavalry, which is bad for the T26s here. Oh, it falls back. It doesn't get an AGT grenade off. You won't survive that, Dejaniki. You won't survive that. And the town is getting captured here. khers is on the push. And we might see a game 3 here. Can Onord do the comeback here? He has the income at the moment. There's for sure counterplay to do here. But it won't be easy. The breakthrough already is quite massive. 2 Katyusas coming in for the 40mm AAPs. So the goal seems to be to break that. khers still has decent income. It's not like a balanced versus Vanguard advantage that you get here. Balanced versus Maverick advantage. Either Maverick's advantage there in B phase or balanced advantage there in C phase. Still relatively close. So, yeah, and more AA coming up here as well. And all going along this road now. So the PTRS has nothing to snipe there. Because khers doesn't have to worry any anti-tank guns from over here anymore. So he doesn't have to take this road anymore. So the PTRS currently out of position. Off-map in the north also could be devastating. T28 there pushing onward. Stormy coming up. Infantry coming up. IL-4 bombers now trying to save what they can on the other side. 59 is on. You carry moving around. IL-4 coming in for this position as well. The air spam is real. Cavalry get taken down. That would be a 1410 again, most likely. That would be a 1410 again. But khers still pushing the advantage here. 40mm didn't go down against the Katyushas. Oh my god. Didn't even die. T26 down here, though, gets pressured. Pressure in the south is mounting. But at the same time, off-map in the north is pushing a lot of pressure on this position here as well. Off-map plane still flying around. Stormy putting down the road. T-34s shouldn't come in here anymore. The Stormy already got so much value here. T-34 tries to disengage. Gets bounced upon now. BT-42 does fall to the ALF-237. T-34, oh my god, it gets out for now. But already heavily damaged, obviously. As I said, PTRS out of position. PTRS over here is engaging, but the T-26s have found it. And they will kill it. Yes, PTRS, no more nuisance there in the rear. khers has broken it there, and it's an 18-6. It is an 18-6, and khers should have this. 4 minutes 17. I don't see how Onord can fix this problem anymore. And the Vanguard deck might get another win here. Really strong play out of khers in the middle. Obviously, tried to do it first in the south. Had a first good engagement there. Then got a bit back down. But, you know, it really starts to add up here. It's just too much. The snowball is on. And that's how you want to play Vanguard. You want to go to that snowball that can't be stopped. Obviously, Maverick is similar. But it is a bit later. And if the enemy catches you off guard in A phase. And that's where you got nerfed. And the extra 250 points that Vanguard gets over you there is quite big. You have a problem, sir. You have a problem. In fact, only by now does Onord really have more income in general than khers had in the game. As obviously you still play catch up with your first couple of big incomes that you get as Maverick. And those had to come in as well. And still took heavy losses. I mean, it's not quite over yet, but it's looking really dim. T-34 gets shut down here in the rear. T-34 76 is over here, slowly moving forward. 17-7 here. And khers gets not quite the kill there, but for sure puts the Valentine back quite a bit. And the T-26 is moving on. PTRS here doesn't play a role anymore. Hikari now can move forward. Cavalry and Nostoveki as well. Help out down here. Shift the power balance in the south as well. And the northern position is just really strong now as well. T-28 at least went down, but there is a Stormy. You don't really have a counter to that. It made perfect sense to pick Panzari. And khers is showing us why right now. Hikari versus Dejaniki. Getting a good engagement here as well. Getting the kill. Your carries could move on this as well. Your carry super strong, especially if they can throw their Molotov. With the 3 Xiaomis and the 6 SVTs, they can deal so much damage out, especially against moving targets. BT-42 here most likely will die. T-34s finally get a good engagement, but the ISU just needs to move into a spot where it can stop them. Or better said, it is already in a spot where it will stop them eventually. Yeah, now we'll aim up on them. AAPs has to be a bit careful. You don't want to lose them right now. You don't want to get killed off by air spam in the last second. Meanwhile, T-26 button still is being pressed. 9 more T-26Bs coming in the north. Coming in for pushing in here. Your carries helping out in the fights. IL-4 will get a good hit here, I would say. Yes, wipes out both their carries. Good IL-4 bombers here out of Onord. Gets the flag back. But still a 16-8 here. And Onord already ticked down heavily. And we're also about to hit C-phase. And actually there, khers goes up in income again against Onord. Only slightly there. Only 10 points. But like Onord loses his slight bit of advantage and slight bit of hope. One more good tick to come, but there's just basically nothing left here. But the combined arms of his opponent is still looking so strong. And as I said, these units now can now slowly move to the front line as well. Will take a while there, but when they arrive, they will start to shift the power balance a slight bit more even into khers' favor. And yeah, this seems to be it. Impressive play here out of khers. It looked a bit grim, like A-phase for a while. Looked like it was really tipping into Onord's favor again after the first engagement here. But then the push in here just came with such brute force and such proficiency, and Onord was not prepared for that. He did stop the first assault with the mortars, but the mortars went out of ammo pretty quickly then. Katyusha coming in now, trying to hit the AA. Got the ITP over here, so will now kill off all the AA. But only 4 minutes remaining. There's still this 40mm as well, which is now moving up northbound. Currently, the IL-237 though could get some nice hits. I don't quite understand that attack order. What the hell is that attack? Okay, it's attacking Stormy. But it doesn't have line of sight. Ooh, it's not using its 37mm there, so it's not that deadly. Meanwhile, on the other side, 37mm over here hits the Planheims, but they don't really matter. Leg over here gets hold. Your carries coming in. Planheims trying to bomb something in the north now. Your carry actually could have just unloaded onto this T-34. L-237 will get some shots onto the ISU. Might get the kill there. AAP's here a bit out of position. Okay, doesn't get the kill. ISU has decent frontal armor, but at least will fall back. But only 3 minutes remaining. Last couple of good incomes now being fully mobilized by Onord. Plus the first take of C-phase income. All the units moving forward. 17-7 is on. Dejan Nikis rolling forward. A lot of Dejan Nikis rolling forward. Can this do the final counter push? Can he bring it back into action? He carries, holding the line. Stormy helping out. He carries, not getting surrendered because the unit that could have surrendered them died in the last second beforehand. L-237 might get another kill here. Does get the kill. AA not being online is a good thing now for Onord, that's for sure. At only 2 minutes. Double Flamer is around and he now has the lesser income again. As I said, it's not like, oh yeah, he now just has to play the long game and then he wins because he, like if he makes it back to a 12-12, it's an easy win because he gets more stuff. No, he gets less stuff again now. Bomber run here should be good. 16-8 still though. And it just looks so rough. A lot of Dejan Nikis rolling in here. At 9 T-34, T-26s in the north look devastating as well. Dejan Nikis here won't make it in. The whole north seems to be close to collapsing as well. 37mm doesn't stand a chance against 9 26s. The Stormy at least went down, so T34 over here could be nasty. IL-237 will try its best. Another ITP SV is in the redo. Another Landswerk is up there. Let's see a carry roll in here. 1 minute and 6 seconds. And it looks like a game number 3, everyone. Looks like we have a series on hand. Oh boy. 25 seconds. A lot of units counter-pressuring here, but there's just not enough flags to gain. Even with these 3 flags right now, it would still be a 59 for the Fox's khers. Khers, really strong here. Really impressive game. And showing why he made it into the semifinal. And making it a series. And Vanguard also gets another W on the board this season. GGVP. khers gets it with his special. Onord doing a good job as well in the beginning. But just that one wrong setup that got abused by khers in the middle. Great play. GGVP. Both players played great. But khers makes it a series. Ties at 1-1. And we will have a decider game. And I couldn't be more excited, everyone. I couldn't be more excited. Yeah, Onord even with more kills in the end. But T26s, they are free. They are free, everyone. So, doesn't matter. Yeah, one more game to decide it all. Who will move on into the finals of League Season